spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
Hello everyone, thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to talk about one of my most favorite subjects, comic books. My name is Jose. I love comic books. I love sharing them with you. I love talking about them with you. Follow me on social media. I post my artwork, links in the description below. We're going to be looking at Ultimate Spider-Man number 11 from 2012. It is hard to believe it has already been 11 years. Goodness gracious. Time sure flies. I show a lot of older comic books, and I'm kind of working my way through. There's so much to show you from the 80s and 90s, so it's going to take me a while to get to the modern age that we have right now. I've been collecting comic books for a very long time, but I love Miles Morales. Love the movies, love the character. I really hoped that we're going to make him the Spider-Man back in the day before they brought back Peter. So much stuff happened with Spider-Man during that time, so I really did think that he would end up being the Marvel Universe Spider-Man, but alas, we got two of them. So I will stop short of Secret Wars because I just am not ready to move into that new era of comic books. So I'm going to do all of the Ultimate Spider-Mans up until Secret Wars, and then I'm going to stop until we get caught up. But it's probably going to take me years before we get caught up. So I do apologize if you do love them. Go buy them. I own all the issues individually from for the entire Ultimate Spider-Man run. So I do own these issues individually. I am a huge, like I said, I'm a huge fan of Brian Bendis. I'm a huge fan of Miles Morales. So, all right. So here we go. We're gonna basically get a little recap of what happened previously. Bendis is the writer. Marquez is the artist. So you start out with 5 years ago. He's watching Jackie Chan. Here's his uncle Aaron. He tells him it's the coolest thing he's ever seen. And asks if there's a Drunken Master 3, and he says it's better than that. It's called Rumble in the Bronx. He wanted to watch it, but he says not at this time. And to remember to tell his dad that he was doing homework, not watching Jackie Chan movies. And Miles smiles. I absolutely love the fact that Miles Morales is a young teenager, because I think it brought back that nostalgia feeling that a lot of fans had when they fell in love with the original Spider-Man. You know, people got to watch him grow up and stuff. So now we're in the present, and of course here's the Prowler, and he's about to get into it with the Scorpion. I love this part. Can we just get this done? I have homework. And he says, you got 2 minutes. All right. And then he's asked him if he's ready. He says, sure. So the Scorpion is trying to explain to these henchmen why he's taking over the organization, and Aaron, or the Prowler, has shown up and says, go back, and tells him basically that he's not. This is his city now. And then Spider-Man comes through the window. Just love this. Hi. Everyone's like, what? So he tells him to go home. Everybody pulls out their weapons. His spider sense is going off, and so he avoids it. Prowler uses one of the guys as a shield. Girls are running, and so They're getting out of the club here. And they shoot and avoid. They even hit him, but he's like very tough. He's got like tough skin and stuff, so they don't seem to hurt him. So he grabs Miles. Love the art using the dry brush, so that's pretty cool. And smashes him against the window or against the table, and he's about to go punch him, but he avoids it, and so eventually he does hit him. I love the eye thing showing, um, and he's never been punched in the face, so he's a little bit out of sorts. So, and he grabs his neck and suspects that he's a very young kid. He's hit with a taser. Miles kicks him, knocks him down. He takes care of the other two and skits Scorpion while he's down. So, tells him that this is a huge win. He says he doesn't feel like it. Of course, now Scorpion has his eyes open, grabs him in the head and smashes him into the ground, but he makes himself invisible when he starts to shoot. Then he ends up kicking him in the head, knocking him down. But he's making his way out, so he's getting out. I really do wish they would have shown one more panel of him getting up. I don't. I understand, you can't draw everything in comic books, but I would have liked to have seen a panel where he's at least getting up, because here he looks like he's down from the count, but he's not. So he's running into the club floor, trying to make his way through the window. Miles catches him and uses that little he calls it the Venom Blast, where he touches him and then all of a sudden, boom, and electrocutes him. Now he's down. So the police show up. He tells them everything that's going on. He's like, oh, that was too many words. So Bendis is a good writer. Like anybody that writes a lot, some hits, some misses. Overall, his stuff is decent and good. Some of it is even great, like his Avengers run. So he's done a lot of great stuff. So cops are going to try to take him in, but he makes himself invisible. He goes into the club. Prowler's gone. Cops go in. That guy is still around. Miles made it out. He watches the police take the Scorpion, and the Prowler, like I said, is nowhere to be seen. He gets back into the dorms, sees the Scorpion arrested, and Gank, I don't know. Asks him if that was him. He's like, yep. So, and of course, he gets a text, and it's Uncle Prowler. He says, we're just getting started. He says, no. He's like, nope, nope. Then maybe I should call your dad. And of course, he just watches or very intently. And then remember that they were in Paris on vacation, so they've arrived. People are staring at them. I don't know whether she's telling everybody to just go home. This is Gwen Stacy from this is Ultimate Gwen Stacy, and of course this is Ultimate Aunt May. And she calls Tony Stark, and she says that they're back in the U.S. and they would like to talk to the new Spider-Man. So now we go to issue 12. I like doing an arc at a time when I can. I I do sometimes like to ramble, and I try to keep them same team, Bendis and Marquez. Um, I try to keep these videos so that people can listen to them. I understand some people don't have time to listen to a lot of long videos, so I try to make them worth your while. To try not to pack them with too much. So, Prowler's waiting for the kid, and he's above him. You can see it here. Takes his wings and goes flying. So now we're gonna go. I think we're going the next day. It doesn't really say. Um, so I believe this is the next day. And the teacher here's going over her lecture, kind of like saying, nobody must have read the work and whatever, whatever. So Genki here tries to give the answer, but it wasn't correct. So this guy then says it, and Miles is kind of far away. So he's worried about, you know, the Prowler telling his parents what's going on, and that he's a good person, honest, and all that kind of stuff, and how he's trying to bully him into doing that. And Genki says, well, he's trying to make you into a mob enforcer. That's what he wants, to set up the thing. So he's gonna sneak out and go home for dinner, try to talk to his parents, possibly tell them what's going on. So, um, of course, the Prowler's waiting for him and says, "Let's go tell him together." And says, "I'll meet you," but he has to leave. And so, um, he arrives. His mom is super happy to see him, and says his dad will be home soon. And you can see he's a little bit worried about it. Um, he shows up, tells his uncle to make sure to remember he needs to leave him alone. He's not going to go near the parents, and he needs to leave town. And the Prowler's not impressed. He's like, those are big words, and we're gonna have another fight. So the Prowler's like, disrespect me just like your father. I made you. You're just too dumb to figure it out. And so hits him again. Um, Spider-Man's gonna try to hit him, but Prowler's using like the Shocker. I think the Shocker is the one that has these sonic punches. So some more stuff from the Tinker. And Aaron thinks he got him, but of course Miles, he did not. So he punches him hard, knocks him down, and short circuits the glove, and he's gone. Says, "You ran away. What kind of a man are you?" And then he hits him from behind. He says he's trying to figure out, getting used to these powers. I love when people use the Darai brush. I think he uses this as a digital effect, because I think he works digitally, but I really do like it. So, and knocks him down and thinks he killed him, but he didn't, and he attacks him. And so Miles falls on top of the bus, and he lands on so when they stop, he almost falls over. And Aaron's hitting him with the other glove. He tries to tell him no, but didn't work. And all these people are down, and Miles is going to try and help them all up. And he's helping them because he's a good person. But here comes the Prowler still, tells everyone to go run. He's still attacking, not caring who he hurts. He punches him, and he just touches him with that blast thing, but it takes a little while for it to hit. He's about to punch him when suddenly, boom! and you can see the rush of blood because remember he put him in the neck, and his uncle explodes, and he hits, and he is just can't believe what just happened, and his uncle tells him that he's just like him, and boom, what a way to end. So we are going to end this here because the next is a four-parter. I don't want it, and I don't feel like doing all four parts at this time. So we just will do 11 and 12. So thanks for listening. Bye.